Hello and welcome to Gsmtv Network. We're coming to you live on the Gsmtv network as well as Facebook. My name is Strokon Goa. Welcome to Inside. Inside, it's a community program that brings you information, education, and entertainment, exploring the diverse culture within various communities within the Twin Cities. Today, I have in studio the Executive Director of the Organization of Liberians in Minnesota, Georgia Gray. Welcome to the studio, Georgia.
Thank you.
We are going to be talking about OLM and giving insight about this organization. But first of all, I want to know, who is Georgia Gray?
I'm a Liberian, just a Liberian. I am a Liberian from Liberia, obviously. I live in Caldwell all my life. Parents from Maryland County. So if you ask me what county I'm from, I will be telling you that I'm from Maryland County. Grew up in Caldwell, in Monrovia area, and migrated to Minnesota over 24 years ago. And have lived here, went to college here. I have a master's in public administration. And I've just worked in corporate America since I've been here. So I'm serving as the executive director for the organization.
Well, we want to start off actually talking about the Organization of Liberians in Minnesota. As we have an unestimated data, we know that there's an estimated amount of Liberians, about roughly over 50,000 that resident in the Twin Cities. How did this organization come about?
History shows that the organization started back in the 70s, early 70s. Documents shows, yes, that OLM came about, started as a student organization and registered with the state of Minnesota. The earliest registration dates back to 1973. And at that time, we understand that students were migrating to the state of Minnesota from the Booker T. Washington Institute, BWI. They had some student exchange program going on with Dunwoody Technical College now. It's a college, but it's a school over in North Minneapolis, somewhere around North Minneapolis area. Dunwoody. So the students started coming for schooling, and apparently the numbers started to grow, and they just decided to start to get to know each other, organize themselves into a student organization just to support each other. So that was like the earliest stage of the organization we call OLM today. And as the numbers grew, back in 1979, the organization was incorporated and then started to be called the Organization of Liberians in Minnesota. The name changed from the 70s to the 79 when it was incorporated as the Organization of Liberians in Minnesota. And that's pretty much what, if you look at the life of OLM, that's where it's all started.
Fast forward to today. What is the purpose? What are the services that this organization is actually offering the community right now?
OLM was established to provide services, social services, to the Liberian community, or to support Liberians generally. And as I said, during those years, when in the early inception of the organization, there were very few Liberians. The numbers of Liberians increased drastically during the 1990 Civil War, and people started to be resettled here. So the services the organization as established was to provide social services, help direct people. In the early stages of OLM was providing immigration services to Liberians. They were filling up immigration papers for people, directing them to health care and other services that exist. And just being there as an organization to direct the affairs of Liberians as they move into the state. So that is like the life and reason why OLM was established.
Currently, what projects have OLM undertaken, and what are the current projects that OLM hope to be taking in the future?
Over the last 2 years, we have, as when we started as executive director, we established three major programs that we have going. We have a senior program that caters to the needs of our seniors. And the idea of that program came about with the increasing number of our people turning 60 and older, and the needs for them to come together because we're so many in the state. So the senior program is intended to bring our elders together, direct them into different paths when it comes to getting information on health care, socialization, talking about some of their needs, and you would be surprised on some of the things that the seniors are concerned about. These are not things we talk about at our parties or at our gatherings. It's a unique discussion that takes place. We also bring in experts in different areas. We started recently trying to engage the Liberian Nurses Association and other groups to provide those services to the seniors. So that's one of the programs that we have. We also have a youth program. We have an after-school program. We partner with an organization called Molinu and to provide after-school program, after-school help for our children, our young kids that are in school. They come there every Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. to get help with homework, papers for college and papers, anything they need concerning school. That's what they can get at the after-school program. We also have a youth program that caters to the older youth, and that's, we say, it's supposed to be ages 14 and older, but we have big kids or 11 years old, 12 years old that comes to the organization. That program is once a month. We have a youth coordinator, Joel Reeves, who is currently occupying that position. And we coordinate the young folks to come in, and you will be surprised on some of the discussions that we have with them. It's very interesting, but they come and talk about everything concerning youth. I've learned a lot from the kids during that process.
At the center, are there opportunities for Liberians, youth, to be able to understand the culture and the heritage of Liberia?
Exactly, and that's the reasons why we have these programs. Interestingly, the older folks talks about their experiences as they were growing up in their villages and towns and some of the restrictions. We had an interview recently with Hennepin County trying to understand the elders and some of their concerns. And some of the things they talk about, most of them were concerned that they don't have the opportunity to deal or work with their grandkids the way they would do it in Liberia. So some of them talk about, oh, this country, you can yell at your kids and the children are doing wrong and we want to help them and we're afraid. They are afraid to talk to their to their grandkids because they're concerned that the authority is going to come and get them. Talking about their culture. They talk about how you're taught to be respectful to your elders as you grow, what you should be doing. And the kids coming to them and they're hungry for that information. So we are talking about our culture. And now with the youth program, there was a kid in one of the sections who said that I wish I could learn how to speak our Liberian dialect. My parents speak it, and I don't understand why they don't want to teach me how to speak it. And I'm like, your parents speaks their dialect, and they wouldn't. She's like, it is so cool. There's another kid that can speak the dialect, and that person was born here, but their Liberian parent took the time to teach them how to speak their traditional dialect. So our kids are hungry to learn about our culture and where we are coming from. But some of the adults, Liberians, I don't know why we see it as some sort of barrier and don't want to teach the children, but they are coming, our younger kids are coming with it from a complete different angle. There's like, teach us what you know. We want to know about our culture. And that's something at OLM we are trying to promote as well.
Right. You're watching Gsmtv Network. We are coming to you, we're streaming to you live on Facebook. In studio today, we have the Executive Director of the Organization of Liberians in Minnesota. And we are discussing inside of the organization, bring you information and education. Georgia. Most organizations is often plagued with trust. Historically, most information, there has been a lot of misconception by most Liberians actually residing in Minnesota about this organization. Some people see it as a political organization. Some people see it as a nonprofit organization. What have been some of the plague that have actually confronted the organization in previous years before you took over, and what are you doing to change that perception going forward?
When I joined OLM, I think it was 96, 97, we had a structure where we were electing presidents, just like we did in Liberia. That is like the ideas that we had, and we brought that to Minnesota, into our organization. The community was more engaged. When you talk about we electing a president, there was this big fight always in town, and it drew out thousands of Liberians to that structure. But then people were concerned at the end of the day after we elect these presidents, and there's preaching stuff, but the organization was not getting grants because there were no programs existing to get grants. And that's some of the misconceptions that people have, that OLM or as an organization, you can just go out and get grants. You can't. You have to create programs to get grants. So over the years, sometime coming back to 2009, after we've gone through that, the community cry, I guess leaders at that time, which I was part of that leadership on the board, saw the need to say, okay, you know what, let's transition this organization from this political structure. Maybe it will tune our minds down and to focus more on the social services aspects of the organization. So it transitioned from electing presidents to electing board of directors and having an executive director serve as the head of the organization, lead the day-to-day affairs of the organization, to run programs. That structure was put in place 10 years ago, I can say, because now we're in 2019, to create programs. And I believe that the organization started off very well, because at that time they had some programs helping students. They had programs. I think the organization got grants to provide certain social services. Along the way, we fell short of that and lost those opportunities for those grants to provide those services. So sitting back and coming back into the organization, our focus now is to continue to, provide more programs for the organization, bring the community back together by creating these programs that provide services to our people. That is our focus right now.
I see that we're going to be looking at the July 26th Independence celebration that's going to be coming up.
Yes.
In Liberia, it's actually a celebration of 172nd anniversary.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, Liberia, it's currently is the oldest nation on the face of the African continent, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're watching Gsmtv Network, and we're coming to you live by Facebook. At this moment, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll actually discuss about the July 26th Independence and all the activities that are going to be surrounding that day. We'll see you in a bit.
This is the 2019 Mercedes CLA 250, and you can win it now. Get your Liberian Independent Day raffle online now at the link below. You must be 18 or older and a resident of the USA or Canada.
These are 2019 CLA 250s. Is one of our more popular vehicles. It is all-wheel drive, which is what you want in Minnesota. It's going to have heated seats and a number of other technologies, including the Bluetooth technology for your phones, things like that. It's a very comfortable car. It's got a very large sunroof in them, so you'll like that very much. But it seats 5 adults comfortably.
Have you gotten your raffle ticket? Get it now.
Welcome back to Gsmtv Network, and we're coming to you live by way of Facebook as well. And this is Inside, a community program that brings you information, education, and entertainment about communities within the Twin Cities and our culture, talking about the diverse communities within our Twin Cities area. Today in studio, we have as guest the Executive Director of the Organization of Librarians in Minnesota, Georgia Gray. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about the 172nd Independence Celebration. Liberian man call it July 26th.
July 26th.
Well, first of all, we'll be talking about what are some of the activities that will be highlighting this event come this year, 2019 celebration.
We are on track to make this celebration the best we've had in the Twin Cities in Minnesota. There are several activities lined up. We have almost a 5 or 6 day events going on. We're starting off on the 20th of July with a health awareness Saturday, where we're going to do breast screening, health screening at the OLM office, and it's all free. We're fortunate to have we're going to have a mammogram van there. We're working with the neighborhood health source to provide that service to our community. We're going to be doing free breast screening, so mammograms for people. And if you don't have insurance and you went to the hospital, you'll be paying a lot of money to do mammograms. So we are reaching out to our community. Come to the OLM office now and register to participate. I think we're going to have up to 50 free mammogram screenings available for our people, but they have to pre-register. So all the ladies out there, you need to pre-register.
Now, I'm going to hold you over there, Madam Gray. How is this pre-registration going to be done?
We have forms available at the OLM office.
Okay.
They have to come in and put their names down, their address down, their phone numbers, because we need to make sure.
Are there specific days that they need to come in? What specific time of the day do people come in?
The OLM office is open Monday to Fridays, 11 a.m. We open from 11 a.m. We sit to 5. Most times we're there till 7, 8, 9, sometimes at night, depending on the day.
And what is the city and the address to the OLM office?
The OLM address is 7001 78th Avenue North in Brooklyn Park, and you will miss the suite. It's Suite 200. So we're right off of Brooklyn Boulevard in Kentucky. That's where the OLM office is located. You can come in, fill up the form. Why it's important? Because there are other women in the community. We know we're going to have more than 50 women needing that breast cancer screening.
Right.
And if you register and you don't show up, you're taking away space from another woman or somebody who could have benefited from it. So the idea of pre-registering is that we have your information so we can call you to remind you on the day of. We're also going to have free health screenings on that day from different agencies.
Okay.
As I said, the Liberian Nurses Association will be there also to provide cholesterol screening, blood pressure, and all of the other fun stuff they do with healthcare. I'm not a health practitioner.
Right. So on day one, what we actually telling our audience out there is that the Organization of Librarians in Minnesota, the organization, the OLM, is actually putting together a health fair.
Yes.
And we are encouraging all librarians, females, youth, males out there to actually show up and get screened. You're going to have breast cancer awareness and also breast cancer screening.
Correct.
I supposedly believe that you also might have an agency who will be doing some AIDS screening.
Exactly.
And
we have
several other things that include cholesterol, diabetes, and blood pressure screening and all those things, right?
Correct. Fortunately with us, within our African community and the Liberian community, we have the West African HIV Task Force, and and the OLM is on that. It's a part of that organization. And guess what? When you take your time out and you come there while you're going through your day, when you do the free HIV screening, you get a gift card. So everyone who comes through that door that day and do screenings, we would give you a $10 to $15 gift card for coming out. So you're coming out to be a part of the event on the 20th is not going to go in vain. All you have to do, get your HIV screening while you're there as well.
July 20th Health Fair. organized by the OLM,
Yes.
Organization of Liberians in Minnesota. It's going to be held at your headquarters office.
Yes.
Okay, now let's look at the next day. What event is lined up, activity that is lined up for the next day?
Good. Your next day will be on Wednesday, July 24th.
Okay.
And that is our Seniors Day. Every Wednesday, currently at the OLM office, the old folks come out to the office at from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock to share ideas, discuss health issues, exercise, and interact with each other. So our Senior Day dinner will be held on Wednesday, July 24th. And that starts at 4 p.m. It's going on till the night ends or till the old folks get tired.
Okay, Georgia, I'm going to hold you there. When
Yes.
you say senior day, what age range are we looking at for this senior day?
I've gotten a lot of
Is it
that.
somebody that's 50 years old? Is it somebody that's 45 years old? What category, what is the age range for the senior day?
We say seniors. If you feel like you're 60 and you're old, the thing is why we don't put an age range. We try to keep it. Our people in our community understand what it means by seniors.
The old people.
The old people.
The old man, the old people.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you.
So we have people, why it's not appropriate to put an age range all the time is because we have some people that are disabled.
Right.
And they're in their 50s, and they could fall within that range that are seniors that could benefit from the seniors program as well.
Okay.
So we're leaving that open, but we're saying 60 and older is for our seniors, but being a community of people that interact with everybody, we usually get everybody to show up. We even have kids coming out on the Seniors Day program. But it's on Wednesday, the 24th of July, and it will be right at the OLM office again, and we're reaching out to the community, bring the old folks out. And if you are a younger person, we're encouraging you to come and volunteer or help contribute to those programs.
Liberia 172nd Independence Day celebration, Liberia men call it 26. My 26 is on you.
Yes.
The Organization of Liberians in Minnesota, the nonprofit organization headed by its executive director, Georgia Gray, is our guest in studio here today. Now, let's go to day 3. What's going to be happening on day 3 with activities?
Day 3 is Thursday, July 25th. We call that our county day. And the idea behind that was the county organizations in the community always said that OLM is not doing enough to reach out to them. So on that day, on that Thursday, it's like a fair, it's an outdoor activity as well.
Okay.
We're encouraging all the county organizations to come out and have a table. It's free for the county organization. What we're doing as OLM to say, if a county organization comes out and set up a table, you sell whatever you want to sell. We as OLM going to mobilize the community and bring them in. Every county, when you come to the county day, you will be experiencing Liberia. If you go to the Lofa County Association table, you know you're going to meet Tabagi sitting there.
Right.
You go to Maryland County, you will have some palm butter on that table. So the idea of the 25th, which is the county day, is to bring the community out again.
Right.
And our partners, because we're also going to have partners from other agencies that will have tables there. These 2 days, these are free events and activities for the community. Come out on the county day, display your cultural artifacts that relates directly to your county. When you go to Magibi, you want to experience what is from Magibi. You want to learn what the Magibi people are all about. So the county day is encouraging all of the county organizations to do it. But also, we are also encouraging other groups, like women organizations, men organizations, the school groups, come out and have your table on this fair day. It's a free event. This is the free day that you come out, register with OLM, call us, come to the office, fill up your form, say you want a table, bring your own table because we're providing it free. We can't provide tents for everyone. So we're saying, come, set up, display your whatever, sell whatever you have as a county organization. Once you're selling, the money goes to your county. All OLM is asking each county organization to do is participate, help us sell our different tickets, the tickets for the car and the tickets for the ball.
Okay, we're going to get to that actually raffle very soon here. Now, talking about the fair, how do people get to participate in the fair? Do they register at the OLM office? Do they call? Which time of the day? are they expected to do?
There are forms that have to be filled up. We are asking all of the leaders of these organizations who want to participate, come to the OLM office. Why we want you to come? Because we need you to come so you can understand what we are doing at the office. Come to the office, fill up the form, register with the organization, and be a part of the activities. So we want you to come to the office. You can also go on the OLM website, olmn.org, and send us an email, but we want you to come to the office so that you can be a part of your community. It's all about us kind of coming together. So we're trying to drive the traffic to the office. Come there and let's interact with each other.
And then what happened on day 5?
Day 5 is your Independence Day, July 26th.
July 26th, okay.
July 26th is going to be on a Friday.
Right.
And because of the lot of activities we got going, that day is set aside for our Independence Day ball. The Independence Ball will be held in the evening hours. It starts at 6 p.m. It will be at the Minneapolis Marriott Hotel. And we have tickets available for that event. That is a paid event. You have to buy your tickets to attend the ball. We also encourage county organizations, groups, come and get a table. Let us help display our culture. We encourage Liberians and everybody come in, put on African. Let's make it an African attire day. It would be a beautiful thing. You can wear whatever, but we want to focus on our African culture. Let's try to make the Independence Ball a grand one. But it will be on July 26th. It's going to be the Grand Independence Day Ball.
Liberia 172nd Independence Dinner Ball,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
the theme for this celebration, I see you say one community strong together.
Stronger together.
Stronger together, one community stronger together.
Yes.
You are watching GSM Network TV, and we're coming to you live by way of Facebook. And in studio today, we have the Executive Director of the Organization of Liberians in Minnesota. This is Inside. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll be talking about the raffle, the grand prize, and how you can walk away with the brand new 2019 Mercedes. We'll see you in a bit.
This is the 2019 Mercedes CLA 250, and you can win it now. Get your Liberian Independent Day raffle online now at the link below. You must be 18 or older and a resident of the USA or Canada.
These are 2019 CLA 250s. It's one of our more popular vehicles. It is all-wheel drive, which is what you want in Minnesota. It's going to have heated seats and a number of other technologies, including the Bluetooth technology for your phones, things like that. It's a very comfortable car. It's got a very large sunroof in them, so you'll like that very much. But it seats 5 adults comfortably.
Have you gotten your raffle ticket? Get it now.
Welcome back to GSM TV Network. My name is Trokan Goa. This is Inside, a program that brings you information, entertainment, and education about our communities within the Twin Cities. Today, we have as a special guest the Executive Director of the Organization of Liberians in Minnesota, Georgia Gray. Georgia, prior to the break, we actually talked about the activities preceding the grand finale. Let's talk about the grand finale and the raffle. Okay. I'm interested in actually getting, I'm going to buy as many tickets as possible to try to see how best I can be able to win that grand prize. Tell me about the raffle.
That is like the exciting thing that's happening in our community.
I see that.
For the first time in the history of OLM, we are going to raffle a brand new Mercedes Benz.
Wow.
And the tickets are only $20 a piece. You can buy as many tickets as you want. But we will be doing the draw on Saturday.
Okay.
At the soccer games, because the Independence Ball does not end the activities.
Okay.
We're doing all of the indoor activities, and then we're having a soccer game on Saturday the 27th. It will be at the Zane Sports Field.
Okay.
We actually have over 10 countries that are participating, African countries that are participating in the soccer match. We're going to have the IE and Borough game going on, and we're going to have the ladies out there doing some kickball, and I'm going to be trying that out too.
Well, way to go, Georgia.
At the end of the day, that night, we will be doing a raffle draw for a lucky winner of the Mercedes-Benz. And our intent is to really hand that key over to someone. The tickets are being sold online, and we're hoping that the winner will be someone in Minnesota and someone that is actually in the Liberian community, so that we can send a clear message that this is a new day in Orland, this is a new day in our community, and our community needs to trust us.
One community is stronger together. I actually want to go back to a very specific point that you made. Did you say the raffle tickets are sold online or the ball tickets?
Both tickets are being sold online.
How do we get these tickets online? Do we go to which website?
You can go to olmn.org.
Okay.
That's the organization website. And you click on the card because you will see the raffle, and you can buy a ticket online. Now, how does that work online? You will buy your ticket. When you buy your ticket, you're going to fill up a form. And when you fill up that form, OLM, we are going to get an email with your name, your email address, and your number for the form. So you're paying for the ticket. When we get that ticket, we have a process in place. You will get a call within 24 hours that will give you your ticket number. We will actually take a picture of your ticket and send it to you. If you're local, we can get the ticket to you. If you're out of state, we'll take a picture of your ticket and send that ticket to you. The ticket stub will go into the drawing. So pretty much you can buy your ticket from anywhere in the country.
Okay, you just actually made a revelation here talking about the 26-day celebration, 172nd Independence Day celebration of Liberians in the Twin Cities is actually having a raffle.
Yep.
The raffle, the grand prize is 2019 Mercedes-Benz.
Yep.
And what the organization is saying that wherever you are in the United States of America, you can actually log on to the organization, the olm.org website, and purchase a ticket. Correct. A raffle ticket, right?
Yes.
And you will be actually called within 24 hours, and you'll be issued a number. And so you don't have to be in Minnesota to participate in a raffle.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So what are the other prices other than the Mercedes-Benz?
We are going to have television, large television set that will be raffle. We're going to have a local airline ticket within the United States for you to travel.
Is it a vacation, like
it's just a ticket,
or to a place or specific? What's the destination?
It's an airline ticket to anywhere
right.
in the United
Anywhere
States.
in the United States.
Yes,
Okay.
it's an airline ticket to anywhere in the United States. So we have a TV, airline ticket to anywhere in the United States. Those are the two prices that we can confirm. We also may have a cell phone on the list, and why we're saying may, because we're still negotiating that other price.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And then what happens? I'd see that. Is there anywhere where there's a gathering of religions to be able to climax the event? What happened after that?
On that Saturday, we think by the time we leave that field, everybody's going to be so exhausted that they won't have anything else to do
And
that
then what
night.
will be the next event?
The next event on Sunday, we have a prayer. We usually have an annual prayer service for Liberia. And at this time, considering all of the issues going on in Liberia, we know our country needs prayers. So the Liberian Ministers Association is working along with the musicians, the Liberian gospel musicians, and for prayer service on Sunday the 28th. And that time will be at 4 p.m. The location for that we have not determined. They are working on the location. We're sure it's going to be at one of the larger Liberian churches because of the number of people that will turn out to that event. So it's usually held at a large location. So we will be, when we visit your show again, hopefully, we will be giving a location for the church service. So that's the only event that the location has not been determined. but we will have that information ready. So on Sunday, after you win your brand new Mercedes-Benz, make sure you show up, and we'll be praying for you to have enjoy your ride. But the other thing I want you to note, that the car, the Mercedes, we have an agreement with Mercedes-Benz that if you win the car and you don't want the car, you have the opportunity. Mercedes is going to buy it back for up to $30,000 cash. So either you walk away with the car, with a brand new Mercedes, or you're going to be able to still win $30,000 cash that they will give you to buy the car back.
Wow.
Yes.
And so if you're watching GSM TV Network, we can also come to you live by way of Facebook. This is Inside, a community news magazine that brings you information, entertainment, and education about our diverse communities within the Twin Cities. My name is Trokon Goa. In studio today, I have the Executive Director of the Organization of Liberians in Minnesota, Georgia Gray. Georgia, in order to wrap up this segment here, what information would you like to actually pass on to Liberians resident in Minnesota about this organization? What appeal would you, last word would you like to put out there?
OLM is our organization. Our theme for this year says one community stronger together. And we know that individually we cannot make it. We need each other. We all have our experience we've had with the organization in the past. We have come through to volunteer with this organization simply because we care. And I know you out there, every Liberian out there cares. You care because if there's a problem with OLM, you're discussing it on Facebook, you're talking about it. When there's a problem, we're talking about it. We're saying, come together, let us come together. We're one community. County organization, women organizations, men, social groups. Guys, OLM is only a name. The Organization of Liberians in Minnesota is made out of each and every Liberian. If you were born a Liberian, born to a Liberian, married to a Liberian, the organization is there for you. But we cannot sit down and expect the organization to magically function and do all the things we want it to do. Our doors are open, and I am appealing to every Liberian, guys. If we all sit down and complain, it's not going to get done. Let's come together. Come to the doors of OLM. Let's make it work. If the accounting is a problem and you have the background as an accountant, come and show us how to do it. I'm an administrator. I did my master's in public administration. I can do a lot of administrative work. If you know how to do the accounting of OLM better, come through the doors. Don't just sit down and complain and point fingers and assume that someone is doing something wrong. My experience shows that people are only have done what they know how to do best. So we are asking people, it's our organization. We can only do this together because we are one people. We are not divided. We are one. We're coming from Liberia. I don't know how to say it. I just wish that every Liberian in this state will come, let us work together, because together we are stronger. When a Liberian dies, we show up in thousands and we say we wish. Now let us come together and support each other. That is the foundation of this organization. The students that came in the 90s, in the 70s, and decided to come together, they saw the need for them to come together. They knew that we are stronger together. When we are together, we're stronger. That's why they established this organization. So I'm appealing to every Liberian, come together, come to OLM, come and help us. Nobody right now is getting paid to do this work. We are volunteering our time. Let us do it. Let us serve our people. Let us serve our children. We have to leave an organization to keep our children together, to keep our culture alive, to talk about our country. We are discussing Liberia and concerned about what's happening in Liberia. But how can we do anything to help our country when we cannot help ourselves in this state? You cannot say you're concerned about Liberia and it's so far away, and we have a community that needs you and you're not there. You need to come.
So our doors are open. My appeal to every Liberian, come to OLM. Let's do it. Let's sweep the floor. Let's paint. Let's clean up. Let's just clean up the organization. Let's make it what we want it to be. I'm done preaching to you, Shoka. But that is my appeal. I'm very passionate about this because I came to OLM because I feel like if I have to sit down at home and complain about the organization and do nothing, then I'm not helping myself. We come to that office, all of us, and we volunteer our time because it's concerning to us. I cannot be a Liberian walking in Minnesota and you tell me my organization is falling apart and I'm not doing nothing to help, but I'm going to sit down and complain. You come through the doors and let us do it together. And if you come through these doors and we say we don't want you, then you have something to complain about. But I can guarantee you by the time you walk through that door, I will have an assignment for you because there's so much to be done. There's so much we can do. There's so much we can accomplish as a group. So I am appealing to you guys. Come on, let's do it. OLM is us.
You're watching Gsmtv Network. We're coming to you also live by way of Facebook. You've been watching a community program called Insight. Information, education, and entertainment program that actually go inside our diverse communities within the Twin City. Our guest has been Georgia Gray. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for having us. It's a pleasure. I look forward to coming back again to talk about OLM.
It's always a pleasure to talk. Thanks for having you inside.
Thank you, sir.
You have a good day. Until we meet next week, my name is Trokan Gore. You have a good day.